if you can convert your time and energy into more money, then you can just hire people to do all the things that you don't want to do.
Just buy back our time, really.
When's the last time you cleaned the house?
I don't remember.
When's the last time you did laundry?
I don't remember.
When's the last time you went shopping for food?
The true grocery shopping, long time ago.
Welcome back to STR Like the Best. I'm your host, Michael Chang. Liz is here with me, here in the studio.
Hello.
So we're going to talk today about productivity and how we've been able to build 2 businesses, raise 2 kids in the last 5 years. We started Airbnb business in 2016, so it's been 9, I guess. But then we really it hit a different level post-COVID, right?
Yeah, I think COVID was a pivotal point for us. It was either make it or break it, kind of.
Yeah. I remember like right around my birthday in March, mid-March. And then when everything shut down, we're like, oh crap. Glad we have some savings because this doesn't look so good. And it ended up being the best thing that ever happened, actually. I mean, from a business perspective, it was like amazing.
Yeah, and I think that kind of lead us to think, okay, this is such an opportunity window for us to grow and scale.
Yeah.
How do we do that with speed and thoughtfulness?
Yeah.
And I think that comes to productivity.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have a lot to do, right? So I'll set the stage. Les and I got married in 17. We started business December of 16. We got married in March of 17. And then I retired you, as I like to say, after you got married, and you quit your job in July 2017. And then you running it more independently while I was working on other stuff. And then I quit in 19 to join you full time. And then we had our first kid in late 2021, and then we had our second kid in late 2023. So our daughter Athena is almost 4, Jackson's almost 2, and we've grown this social media channel from 0 at 3 years ago to I think it was 113,000 followers.
Yeah,
right. Okay. And then this podcast, 2+ years now, almost 70 episodes, 71 5-star reviews. So we've done a lot.
It's a lot. And then sometimes my family or people ask, how do you guys do it all? It's out there, so much going on. And the answer is like, we don't do it all.
We do. No, I would push back on that. We do it all, but do we personally do it all? It's impossible. If you listen to some of our prior episodes where we talked about, we've hired our first virtual assistant, Sierra. God bless her soul. We could have quit there. You and I are fighting a lot about the customer service side. We're like, we got to get someone else to do this. And then Sierra didn't work, and we found Mark, who was like, holy crap, Mark's great. And then now we've built a full team. We have 2 businesses. We have the property management business that has 7 people that work for us full time, basically, plus all the cleaners. And then we have on the social media side, maybe like 10 people now that work for us across 5 different continents, and people that we've never met in our entire lives.
Yeah.
Face to face, besides the cleaners.
It's kind of crazy when you break it down like that. But yes, a lot of them we have not met.
The 20 people I've never met.
And I think that's a phenomenon probably post-COVID too, like this offshore working and hiring, and also just virtual working become a norm.
Yeah.
We really see the power of that. You're able to recruit talent from all over the world without that limit.
The distance doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter.
It's such a unlock, at least for our business. Yeah.
It's just so that it's like actionable for folks, right? Like, what was the biggest fear on your side with giving them control? Because I think a lot of people are afraid that, hey, if I give this person this thing, they can just like steal from me or like not do the work. Maybe talk about that, because I think I was more used to working remotely, just getting my job, but I remember that was a big thing for you.
Yeah, I think in the beginning, I had a hard time giving away the work to someone else that I have not met or I can't fully trust yet. But in the end of the day, it's like you can grow and work on growing the business if you're in it all the time. And I think that was like a mindset shift for me. It's like I have to let go. Even they can't do 100% the way I do it, no one's going to take care of the business the way I want to take care of it, right? But if they can do 80, 90%, you kind of have to let go the 10%.
Okay, I actually challenge you on that. So do you think that like you were a better customer service agent than our customer service agents?
No, I wasn't. I was terrible.
Right. Am I as good of a customer service agent or designer as the people that we've hired?
No, you were bad. So
Okay.
bad.
And then even more jokingly, like, do either of us clean better than any of the cleaners that we've hired?
No,
No. Have you ever cleaned before?
I have actually. And that's exactly why I'm never going to do it again because I'm not good at it.
Yeah. No, I mean, joking aside, listen, I have this long running joke, which I'll hit on towards the later part of this episode. You know, like, it's actually finding people that it's focusing on what you and I are specifically good at, right? Identifying good real estate, like identifying good talent, and building systems and processes and technology in order to orchestrate all those different workflows so that everyone can work together on a tech platform. You can control, each people does, so you got proper control so that, like, one person they can't mess up your business, and design it in a way where it operates. Like, how many hours have you worked in the real estate business in the last 3 months, the last 6 months?
You mean the operational side?
Operational, like, not including new units that be on board.
Not including units, almost none. The operational side,
Do you know anything that's going on with that right now?
I actually don't want to know.
You don't want to, yeah. And that's like, because you're focused on, I think productivity it's not about what you add, it's about what you subtract. If you want to be productive, it's like a sculptor, right? Like, you chip away at the pieces. Like, if you want to get like that perfect statue, you want to get that perfect thing, you got to take away and just focus on what you're actually good at. So it's not about adding more technology or to deliver some processes. It's about taking away the stuff that you're not good at or that you don't need to be involved in and give it to someone else to do and make sure they do it. Like, that's how we've been going to do this. I think fundamentally is like, we've been able to just take away things that we don't want to do or aren't good at and find people that were good that can do this for you, but also create an organization with technology and process that enabled them to work independently across 7 different time zones, and that we can actually make sure they do the work.
Yes. I think one part for me was hard in the beginning also was, yes, of course, we're hiring talent just for that, for customer service, right? But then there are also certain way I thought how messaging with guests should be handled. So I couldn't let go of that part for a while.
Well, good thing AI just does it now.
Yeah,
No matter.
I think AI does it now. Back then, I think that was one of the parts that, I don't think anyone can do better than me. But that actually wasn't true. They are trained certain way that they're very customer-centric. They know how to deal with the guests in their own way. But in the end of the day, the results speak for itself. The 5-star review comes in, we're hitting our revenue.
We had our revenue targets.
So we learn. What I learned was you really measure by the metrics, right? How are we doing by end of month?
Doing great. This one we're doing great.
So if the number is great, the KPI, we're hitting all the KPI, then
yeah, that's one thing. You can't manage what you can't measure, and that, that's, I know who said that, but it's totally true. Like, you have to be able to have KPIs or key performance indicators. You just have to know what's going on in your business. It can't just be like, how much cash is in my pocket in a month. Like, there's a bunch of stuff in before that like, you have to make sure that they're hitting so that you actually have a real business. Because if you don't, then it can all fall in pretty quickly. Okay, we talked about the work side. We talked about the personal side. So, work side, we really dialed it in where, like, you and I are really busy working with our students, making sure they get a great property, making sure our property's being run properly, they're being profitable. We also have kids too, right? Like, the very, very young kids. Yeah, in the last 5 years, you were pregnant for 12, 16 months. That's a lot. I mean, you in delivery and postpartum. Liz, how have you been so successful in managing motherhood and also your business?
we hire out. We hire a lot of help. And then
Wait, what about your husband?
it's such a blessing, but
You hire, what about me?
hire my husband? No,
I was still waiting for my first paycheck, actually.
you can see all the money. You are in charge of the money.
All right, but all joking aside, a lot of women, a lot of mothers actually they have that question, like, how do you guys do all this with 2 young kids? Because it's like, kids are a lot. Like, we were up at 2:30 this morning because our son was crying because he's in his 2s and he wants to get out of the crib. You and I were like 30 minutes, like, tag team on getting him to not get out of the crib. Let's not
Go
forget.
back to sleep. Yeah, but I think that comes down to I think building the business before we had kids really helps because we know what we're good at. Then we just keep doing those. What we are not good at, let's just hire the right talent or help to support us. And we translate that into our parenthood.
just make more money. No, but also just like make more money too.
You do need to make more money.
If you make more money, you can like, you can do all of it yourself, but if you can convert your time and energy into more money, then you can just hire people to do all the things that you don't want to do. So
Just buy back our time, really.
when's the last time you cleaned the house?
I don't remember.
When's the last time you did laundry?
I don't remember.
It's the last time you went shopping for food, like a full shopping trip, not Trader Joe's to go get milk, like, but actually like, or not go to Whole Foods and get bread.
The true grocery shopping, long time ago.
All right, both you and I don't like doing any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So we're like, I think it's solved a lot of fights between me and you.
Yeah.
Or it's avoided many fights between us.
Imagine every day we have to
Clean the house, like when the nanny doesn't come on the weekends, like you see how that, like on Sunday night you're like, oh Jesus.
I had to call help. Hey Dad, are you around?
Yeah.
Come over.
And I think it's one, just hiring domestic help that can help us there with doing all the things that you and I don't want to do. So look, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing laundry and cleaning the house, and that's important. And like I think it's actually super important when you have young kids. They're on the floor all the time, put everything in their mouth. Like you want to have a clean house so that like they don't get sick. And I think more importantly, they're just used to like, hey, this is the standard. Like it should be a clean house. It shouldn't be messy. We have a dog too. So I think that, right? Like hiring, if you don't like doing stuff at home, like just make enough money and just hire it out. There's no like, I know for us, there's no pride in like doing dishes. Like it's like, just get someone else to do it. All right. The second point is like, I don't know if you want to talk about this now, but like when you hired like, after you got pregnant, when you delivered, and just having someone at the house to help you through postpartum.
I think it was huge. The postpartum time was difficult, right? A lot of women have to go through that recovery period. Some have better delivery, some don't. And I remember my first one was fairly a long recovery. For 6 to 8 weeks, I didn't feel like I could walk properly. So that was like a long recovery time. And without the postpartum nanny that we hired, it would have been a very different story. I think I had to go through that emotional part of body changes for the first time, not sure why there's like such mood swing all the time. So having help really helped me recover through that period.
All the lack of sleep,
the hormone adjustments,
the breastfeeding, like cleaning the bottles, like that was a huge thing. We were able to hire it out so that like, like we spent time with the kids and like, but we didn't have to clean the bottles, or like, if we were tired, like someone else could do it.
It's there for me. And then I can even ask her for advice because she's been through so many times. It's almost like having a mentor on your side so you don't feel so alone, because postpartum journey can be lonely sometimes.
A lot of women fall into like deep depression on that. And I just can't imagine the pressure for a woman to go, the pressure of a woman to have to like go through all that, especially their first kid. And then like, I was in banking. I remember like women back at work, the first kid was like 2 weeks. They're like back at work. Sometimes like the third day, they're like back on emails, like on calls. I can't imagine. I think it was like really like, you said like a year, right?
Like for me to feel comfortable, I remember first time I left Jackson, we went to Philly to set up a new property. That was 6 months in. I had such a hard time separating from him.
Yeah.
And I think it's naturally, as mom, you have that instinct.
That was your second kid. It was our second kid too. Yeah, imagine doing it with Athena.
It's such a hard time. It took me a while to like get used to that motion.
Yeah.
So having postpartum nanny has been like so helpful.
I think, I think the common thread here really is like hire out what you aren't good at and don't want to do, and just know that, well, actually what I like, because I think people are like, oh, hey, well, you're just hiring someone else to raise your kid. Like, that's not true. Like, we get to do like what we really want to do with them, like take them for walks, like go do their homework, like whatever it is, like we get to actually spend time on the stuff that like we want to like really do with them. And like, if you can remove some of the stuff that you don't want to do, the more like manual labor kind of stuff, it actually enriches the experience of it's as enriched the fatherhood experience for me.
Yeah, I feel truly present with them.
We're just like running around, like doing laundry, like there's every day different things going on. Like you're trying to take care of your kids, like now someone else is doing that, so you can like just actually be present with us.
Yeah, so being able to have that option to hire and do that, it really is a blessing. And then I think a big reason we're able to manage multiple business, raising 2 very young kids at the same time.
Yeah, and also having an awesome relationship with your husband.
That's true. That's true. We work pretty well together. We went through some hard patches in the beginning, but I feel like we have.
Yeah, you've really made some good changes to fix that.
So do you.
I mean, I'll joke aside. No, I mean, like, it's been such a great personal journey. I've like learned a ton. I think we both like really, yeah, changed a lot. We're like, I think really worked on our weaknesses. I think one actually kind of cool, and I know we can end here. Like, I think a lot of like transferring strengths from each other. I've learned a lot from you, like a lot of things that like I wasn't good at, that I saw that you were good at, that I could just like, okay, cool, like better EQ, design, like, thinking, just like a lot of thinking that I wasn't really good at. So like, okay, cool, I can take that from you and I can get it. And then from you, I don't know, maybe you learned some stuff from me too, but like we've like been able to cover each other's weaknesses and like borrow each other's strengths and like improve each other's weaknesses.
Yes. And I think that's important working together as a husband, wife, spouse. It's really look into the strength of each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's one rule we have. I think it's very good. We never really talk negatively about each other in public.
Well, not even in private, really, right? Yeah, but you never ever. If there's one thing that like, it shocks me when I see people do that, when they like speak down on their wife or their husband in public, or like berate them, or I'm like, dude, like, don't think like it makes you look good. Like, it makes you both look like super bad.
Yeah.
Like, you got some personal stuff, like just look at each other, like have a word or something, or look like, all right, like let's pause here, and like when we get home, like then we'll have it out. But once people see that you are not aligned in public, like they're not going to say it to you, but in the back of their ear, like, oh yeah, like they don't get along, or like they have problems, and like you never hear it, but like you just don't want to be that couple.
Yeah.
And it's just embarrassing. Like, it's just like, why are you talking, like your wife or husband should be like your partner. Like you got to be elevating them, always elevate each other, like never denigrate them, especially like, yeah, in private you got to fight it out, but that's behind closed doors, and then you figure it out, and then but outside you're a united front, always. And I think that's one. You only have each other.
That's another reason I think that helped with our productivity. We're pretty aligned.
We're
on a lot of value.
All right, we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah, we'll save that for the next episode.
So folks, if you enjoyed this episode, again, please feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, and share with your wife, your husband, or your girlfriend or boyfriend. And I really do think this is a big recipe for our entrepreneurial success. The fact that, Liz and I can work well together. It's really cool actually to work together as a couple, as a married couple. There's no operating agreement. There's no tax issue. There's no distributions. Like, everything is just, it's all of mine, all of hers. Like, there's no dividing line. It's, it's everyone. So everyone just rows in the right direction, in the same direction, without having to deal with, any of the other crap. We just, we both try to just do as well as possible, grow the pie for each other, so we can achieve the things that we want.
Yeah, it's a superpower, but we should save that for another episode.